Here are some of the benefits that I have found in having a very productive co-parenting relationship with my daughter's father. And it's not just from my perspective, but also from my child's perspective. With my child specifically, what I found is she is very feminine. Unlike me, I'm very rough, but I was also raised by a very strong woman. And I'm not going to say that that's just because her dad is there. I think I also implement a lot of her just being freely to be herself. I don't put pressures on her for her to do things in a timely manner. And when I did do that, I actually had to come and check myself. But I see that she's very feminine. She's very girly. She has an expectation for people to be there and support her in a healthy way. She is very, very open to her father. Like, she has a very loving relationship with him. And for that, she feels safe. And I know he makes her feel safe because whenever she doesn't want something or whenever something isn't done according to the way that she wants it, she calls out for her daddy. Or whenever she's scared or at night, she calls out for her daddy. And I think that's beautiful. I didn't have that. And it's wonderful to watch that my daughter does have that option. So that's one of the benefits. I think that, she's just very safe. She knows she's safe in the world because she has her father. She also knows that she has extended family, like her father's side of the family is there for her. They love her, they support her. It's very wonderful. Now, I'm not going to say we have the best relationship in regards to their side. Like, I literally had to remove myself so that I don't easily get offended or anything like that. So, and my emotions don't get in the way of my daughter developing a relationship with her father's side of the family, because I didn't meet my father's side of the family until his funeral. I do not want that to be my daughter's story. Like, I did not meet my father, again, I did not meet my father's side of the family until he died. So I think that was absolutely insane, but it's the truth. And my father died in 2019, and I'm about to be 40 in a month and a half. So, yeah. So that's one of the benefits. In regards to her as well, like, she knows that, like, her village is really, really big. Like, she knows she has a loving mother side, a loving father side, and I think that as she grows up, she's gonna always feel supported and protected because she has so many people that's a part of her village that really and truly loves her, which is extremely important for children to know that they have protection on all areas. And I think that when kids know that they're protected and you teach them that they're protected, it makes them less likely to be a victim of, let's say, SA or certain things, because predators know how to prey on their victims. It's just like being in the wild. Animals usually hunt and take down the weakest link. When a child has that much love around them, that much communication, that many people really, really focused on them, it's hard for them to be a victim of SA. Not to say that it does not happen, but it just really is hard because predators know how to find their prey. In regards to, like, parental, I would say one of the benefits that I find from co-parenting is, number one, I get a chance to breathe. Like, I get a break, like a real break. And not to say that that's like, oh, that's all I care about, but it is important. As someone, I was dealing with really, really badly postpartum depression, and there's so many women that are single mothers, because I do feel like I'm a single parent. I can't say a single mother full on, honestly, just because my daughter's father is so active. But I just from being in the house with her on the days that I do have her by myself, when I was dealing with postpartum, it was very challenging. I'm better now, but I literally am so grateful that I now get a break, right? I get a chance to breathe. I get a chance to handle my business, my personal business, my career. I still can have career goals. I can focus on my weight loss. I can focus on bettering our lives, me and her lives, finding different things and activities to put her in. And I have the chance to do this because I have a quiet house when she's not there. Like, literally, when my daughter's not there, I have a quiet house. I can clean the way that I love to clean, because when you have a toddler, there's always things all over the place, and it's kind of hard to keep everything up to date when you're also working full time, and in my case, two different jobs. So it's just, I find a lot of free time It opens up time for me to think, it's breathe. And I feel like the same with her dad. I feel like he gets a chance to, you know, even though for him, he's obsessed with her. So he literally, if he had his right, if he had to choose, he would rather her live with him and then me just, no, we ain't doing that because that's my baby. But I love that though. I love the fact that if it was up to him, he would keep his child with him. He loves being a dad. And I love that. And I love that I knew that before we had children. And I did think that we would be married, even though that wasn't the outcome. But I knew in my gut that he would be a great dad. I also will say, like, the benefit as well is to have somebody, like, when I'm having a hard time dealing with her, because parenting is challenging, I can call him and like talk to him like, yo, like, she's doing this, have you seen this, like, what are your thoughts, how are you dealing with it at your house, what can you tell me, like, what are you finding that she's liking, or if she's having issues with eating, because kids are a lot, and like trying to figure out what their needs are by yourself, you're gonna miss something, right? Like, I feel like my mom did the very best that she could, but there was a lot of things that she missed, and like that she could have caught if she had the opportunity to pay more attention and didn't have to work 3 jobs. Like, so I'm not faulting her, but I will say that that's one of the things that I found. So it's so many other benefits that I'm pretty sure that as my daughter gets older, I'm gonna experience, and I'm just grateful. And it, at times, co-parenting can be challenging. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like it was a walk in the park for us to get here, because in the beginning, baby, it was what it was. I mean, words, unnecessary conversations, just a lot of toxicity, because we were both hurt and angry. But once we realized, like, all right, our feelings truly don't matter anymore. It's really about finding the best way to deal with our child. And I think that also because we're still single, in a process of us trying, not dating each other, not messing around. We do not cross that line, because when you cross that line and you're doing that and you're trying to co-parent, you're still mixing your emotions in it. We don't do that. We literally are in a position where we're just taking care of our child. Like, literally, that's it. We're taking care of our child. And I think because we don't have other people's influence, except for, like, you know, our moms, but they're whatever. They kind of fall back and let us deal with each other outside of when the child is at their house. But it's no other parties involved just yet. I'm not saying that that's going to be the case forever, because I'm going to get me a man and get married, okay? But as of right now, I'm very, very skeptical even to do that. Not because I'm not over my daughter's father, but because I think that there's a lot of weirdos in this world. I have a daughter, and I need to make sure that the person that is coming into our lives, I need to vet them thoroughly. Like, they need to be vetted. I'm not in a rush to, like, nah, this is not that situation. They have to be vetted, because I refuse to allow my child to be hurt or to get involved with people or in relationships where at the end of the day, my daughter is hurt on the end of it because it was done too prematurely. So I'm taking my time. I don't know what her dad's doing. He may be doing the same thing. He may have a chick. I really don't know, because I learned how to mind my business too. As long as I'm okay with him being in a relationship, to be quite honest, I just want the woman to be like a really good woman. I can't pick her, so that's just me from my mouth to God's ears, praying that she is a good woman, that she's gonna be a good influence on my daughter. That's literally how I look at it, because eventually he's probably gonna get another woman soon. Probably got one. Again, I don't know. But I just want her to be a good influence on my child, because she's also gonna be a part of that village. That's how mature I had to become once I became a parent. So if you are a mom or if you are a dad that is struggling to co-parent, I advise you to find your way to find some type of common ground and grow from there. Pray a lot, be patient with the other person, and ask for the other person to be patient with you, especially if this is your first time being a parent and it's theirs. But I just wanted to come up here and do my little TED talk about the benefits of co-parenting, because it can be a wonderful thing if it's done right. Love y'all.